Hey YouTubers, this is Joe Boy again, and I'm answering some questions. A lot of people have been posting on Reddit and other websites about my aquaponics system, and had some questions and some comments. Amazingly enough, most of the comments are, thank you for showing me, this is pretty cool, great, I've learned some new things, and then I got a whole lot of, you don't know what you're talking about, you're not an expert. So let me clarify that up right now. It's really simple. I am not an expert. I am a guy who got on Google and searched how to grow your own food without soil. That's it. That's my extent of my extreme knowledge. I wanted to show that anyone with half a brain could grow their own food. They don't have to be smart. They just have to be able to try. So what we have here today is tadpoles. If I hit that right over there, you'll see them running around. This is the bed that I'm actually growing tadpoles in, and here's my external water tanks for separate tadpoles if you look carefully. And the tadpoles were actually feeding to the fish. And the fish seem to like it, so I'm not complaining. Am I an expert? Do I know why they like it? No clue. I just know we have a lot of frogs in the neighborhood, and, well, they like the tadpoles. So by doing this is the and the reason why we started this, believe it or not, was because one viewer said I was wasting too much water when I was rinsing out my pump. And they're right, I was wasting way too much water. So we put these tanks up and we started to rinse the water in here and rinse those sponges in here, and amazingly enough it made a big difference, and all of a sudden we started getting tadpoles. So we figured we'd go ahead and take that water and give it to the fish, and they seem to like it. More importantly, we no longer have any problems with a large amount of evaporation. You see I've got a lot of new stuff. Now everything I'm doing here, I'm also doing in the soil garden, just to see what the differences are. And you'll see that some stuff we're doing a lot better and some stuff we're not. No, that's not spinach. This is actually eggplant, and the eggplant's actually doing a whole lot better in the soil, but basil and mint are doing amazing in the aquaponics, as well as the chives. The chives is actually doing really well. This is like the 5th time I've just chopped them up to the bottom, and they just keep coming back in about a week. So pretty amazing. Got some green bell peppers on the way, and the front yard's got taller plants, but no buds. And then I'm also noticing, if you look carefully here, I have an infestation. And if you look real carefully, you'll see a nice infestation there of some bugs. So we have ladybugs that are on the way, and they're there to kill that. But we've been taking all these plants and just feeding them to the fish. The ones that don't have any bugs on it, we've been eating ourselves, but the ones with all the bugs on it, we just give to the fish. And people are like, what do you mean? You just feed the fish any plant you want? Pretty much. I'm not an expert. I don't know a whole lot. People said I should look out for nightshade and other random stuff, but they could be trollers, they could be people who actually know what they're talking about. I just figured if I went on the internet and I searched how to do something, could I manage to do it by myself? And could I manage to come up with a way to feed my family? And so far the answer has been a resounding yes. We've got tomatoes, we've got strawberries, we've done a couple of these, I guess we were trying to find out what the plant was, and someone said it was like a green tea type stuff, and I don't like it, but the fish like it a lot, so we're still going to continue to grow it for the fish. We did a whole lot of onions. We just harvested, so you're not going to see a whole lot of the onions, but we've got a good 75 onions that we were able to bring in. And I'm going to go into the fish tank and take a look over here. Again, we're still doing, there's 100, if you look really carefully, it's 144 watts of power that runs constantly. And here's the fish tank, and if you look carefully, I'm going to lift up the thing, you'll see I have a whole lot of collard greens here and other waste food that's been eaten by bugs, and when any food's been eaten by bugs, we give it to the fish. And here's where we're doing our seedlings. We've got spring mix, we've got some spinach, looks like we got some, what do we got in there? Looks like we got some zucchini, some yellow squash. So all that is being started on our starter area, and then once we get those growing, we'll move them to the other side. So, am I an expert? No. Am I having a lot of fun and learning a whole lot of new stuff? Yes. We will be expanding this a whole lot. Now that we've been so successful at what we have, the fish are actually quite large. I don't know if you can see them. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to see them with the aerator running. But the fish are doing really well. We're very happy with it. In fact, let's take a quick detour, and we're just going to go out this direction, take a look at the soil garden so you can see what the difference is. My soil garden, and no, I don't cut my grass. There's a reason for it. We feed it to the fish. So every time in a while, I just hit it with a weed whacker and take the leavings and give it to the fish. So let's really walk quickly. It would be nice if I was quicker. And get over here to where the soil stuff is. So here's the same exact plants, and you'll notice not so well. I got a few little buds, but nothing growing. But on the other hand, these are growing really well. These are doing a lot better. The eggplant's doing a lot better in soil. Tomatoes are doing about the same, whereas the mint, not so much. I got very little mint compared to the other one, and the basil's yellowing. The other side was yellowing, but the basil here is just not doing as well. Not as big and going. One plant that we've determined seems to grow better in the soil is right here, and I bet a lot of people are probably wondering what it is. These plants are 2.5 years old and has given me plenty to eat. So in the comments, please tell me what you think this plant is. Again, from your non-expert, but still having loads of fun, this is Joe Boy at yctp.com. And by all means, send your questions, comments, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. You have a good day and happy gardening.